Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is ApMedia. Okay, so today I'll be doing a breakdown on this birthday flyer design that I just made. I did this design on the 15th of October 2025, or I did this design for 15th October because I didn't actually post this design on the 15th, right? So I'll be doing a breakdown on the design. I'm going to explain all the things I did to be able to get the final result of this flyer design. Right, so I'm using Adobe Photoshop and I'm currently using CC 2021. All right, so I'm going to explain the things I did in this design. I'll explain the concepts behind the background and the composition, the image, and basically everything I did here. All right, so let's get started. Now, before we get started, if this is the first time you're coming across my videos, please hit the subscription button below on this part of my screen. Just hit the subscription button and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on my updates. Anytime I drop a new video, you always get notified. All right, so let's get into the design. Now I'm going to turn off all the layers of this design. Alright, I'm going to turn off all the layers and I'll review them one after the other, and I'll explain the concept behind all the things that I did in this design. Okay, so let's go. Still have one layer here. Okay, so we have the plain white background, and then, like I will always say, this plain white background can be intimidating. Sometimes you have a plain white background, you don't know what to do with it. All right, so I was able to scale through that phase in this design. Okay, so this was the plain white background that we had, and I created this background. Now this was a shape I drew. Look at the shape. Okay, I got the inspiration of this shape from the picture. Now let's look at one of the picture. Right, so this is one of the main subject picture, and then I think the original background from the studio was golden, or was this kind of gold, right? And then you can see that it matches with her shirt, with the shirt that she's wearing, and the overall composition of the image. So that was what influenced the choice of me creating this background. So what I did here was just to, let's look at the shape, the feel. So this was the gold arrangement that I used. Right, so in case you want to try this out, this is the color code. All right, and at the middle here, I made this middle part lighter. All right, so you can also see the color code for here. So the color code at this part of the screen is the same thing as the color code here, and this one here is brighter. Okay, so I had this kind of gradient. The up is darker, the middle is a little bit brighter, and we have the same shade of light that we had from the top. All right, so that was how I created this background. So, and of course it's a little bit flat. Okay, it's flat, so I needed to make it more interactive, so I added this background. Now let's look at this background. This is how the image was. Okay, so I'm going to leave this image in the description of this video for you to download and practice with it. All right, so if you want to practice or you want to use this particular image for your own designs, all right, I'm going to leave it in the description of this video. Right, so this is how this image was, and I tried to blend this image in the background to make it interactive. Okay, so what I did was when I brought this image, I downloaded this image from FreePic. So I changed the blend mode to color burn. Let's look at it. So the blend mode currently is color burn. All right, so I changed the blend mode to color burn, and then color burn had a way of harmonizing the white color and the golden background I had initially. Right, so that was how I was able to create this background, and then as you can see, it's getting interesting. So we now have the picture. So this is the flat picture here. I added layer mask. Okay, so this is how the picture is. Right, so I added layer mask, and I added one light here, light effect. I think I've explained this in one of my videos. So I just changed the blend mode of the light to screen. This is how the light is. So blend mode, screen, and I reduced the opacity. That was okay. That's not, it's not a major stuff that I just did there. So let's rush. We have so much to do. Now I have something here. I have the image. I have another image here. Right. I have another image here, and I created a shadow for this image. Okay, so that is why we have two of them like that. Let me lock this layer. Let me also lock this. Let me lock this. Okay, so yeah, this is the image. Right, this is the image. A minute. I linked the image with the shadow, so that's why it's not moving, and the shadow is locked. Okay, so this is the image. What I just did here was to duplicate this image. Let me remove the layer mask also, so that we'll see how it was before. So this image was like this. Not very good. Not that it's not very good, but I really can't use this image like this, so I had to add layer mask to it. Okay, so let's enable layer mask, and I duplicated this. All right, so let me unlink it from here now. Unlink layers. Okay, so I just unlink this one now. So I duplicated it like this and flipped it by holding down shift. Right, you can flip it like this, then right click and flip horizontal. So we are going to have something like this. Right, so I just kept this one at the bottom like this. Right, and I used what is it called, layer mask, to brush it like this. So that was how I was able to create that shadow, this particular transparency under this image. Okay, so let's run now. If you can see now, we have a very good arrangement here, but this place is looking quite empty. So I had to do something like this to distract. You see that sharp cut that we have at this side? So I use this shape. I drew this shape using the pen to just distract what is going on at that part of the screen. So that was what I did there. And we have another image here. Whoa. Okay, so this one I have this golden frame. Okay, so I'll also leave this golden frame in the description so that you can also download this one for yourself. All right, so I have this golden frame and I place the image at the back. All right, so this is how the image is, and this is the frame on top of it. So I just kept this one like this. So we have the first image, this second image, and this one that we have here. Right, then we have the name here. Okay, Caroline Moses. All right, so I'm going to leave this font also. I'll drop this font in the description of this video for you. So if you want to know what font this is, check that description so that you download it. So let's run and save our time. All right, so that is that. Then I wrote happy birthday here, happy birthday, and I increased the tracking. Okay, I increased the tracking to make it long there. Happy birthday. We have 15th October 2025. Right, we have 15th October. I'll also leave this font for you to download. This is one interesting font that I use, and I wrote happy birthday in circle like this. All right, so this is like type on part. I'm not going to explain in detail on how I created that, but this is type on part. So happy birthday in circle around 15th October. Right, then we have this thrive, flourish, and excel. Right, so this is one there's one amazing thing I did in this part of the design. Okay, I did that amazing thing in this part of the design, and that is with the color. Okay, so if you notice the color of thrive, the color of flourish, and the color of excel, right? Is still the same family of the background color, but I tried to make one darker and use another shade. So I just try to create that color harmony with these three phrases that we have here. So this is one amazing thing with flyer design. All right, so I did that stuff there, and it came out well. I think it came out well. Then okay, I added this butterfly on her head. I think I've done something like this before. Check this video, right? Check this video. I did the same thing in that video. Yeah, I did the same thing in that video. Yeah, so that is the idea. I added this butterfly to this part of her head, and I added a general noise effect on the design. Let's see how the noise effect is. Right, 100%. So the noise effect is like this, and I think I've talked about this noise effect in another video. I think in the wedding playlist designs, I use this particular one, so you can check that wedding playlist design. So I use this particular noise effect in that design. Okay, so what do we have here now? Okay, I added some small shadows at like a drop shadow under this Thrive, Flourish and Excel. That's what we have here. Yes, but then it's not so noticeable. Okay, so this is like one of the things we do in design. Sometimes we spend hours, or we spend good time designing things that may not really be visible to the eye at once, but then, like I always say, the little things that we do here and there are the things that make the design on the long run. Alright, so that was what I did there, and I added this one. I think the design was already good, but I needed to add some finishing touches. So from here upwards, it's like finishing touches, right? So I added these flying petals. Is it petals now or leaves? So I added these ones there, and I brushed off some. Okay, I added layer mask to brush some off. I added another one here. Look at this one. This one is like golden light effect. Let me disable the layer mask. So this one was like this. Alright, so I'll also leave this one in the description for you to download and practice. Okay, so I added this one here, and I changed the blend mode to screen. Let's see. So that is how we have this light. So the effect of the light is just at this part, right? It's at this part of the design. And I added the color lookup. I added a gradient map. Yeah, I can see gradient map here. The blend mode is hard light. Let's see. Right, so I added that gradient map. After I added color lookup, I added gradient map. I added another thing here. This one is at the bottom here. What I did here was this particular element, right? I wanted to use it before. Okay, look at this element. I wanted to use it before when I started the design, but I had to shift the direction of the design, so I didn't want the element to waste, and the element could still be useful in this design. So I just found a way around it to incorporate the element into the design. So that was why I did that at that part, and I changed the blend mode to lighting so that it can blend, and so that it can just blend generally with the design. Okay, so that was that. And okay, so after I added that gradient map, right, I added my name here. Okay, so this is like a signature. This one was not so visible though, so just added that one there. And there's another effect. What effect is this? Okay, this one was to make it pop. I think I've explained this effect also before. and how I created it. So look at the effect. It's like grain effects, right? So that was the effect here, but as it is like this, is too much, right? So I had to reduce it. I just wanted to have the feel of the effect on the design. So that is like little grains around that, and I added vibrance. Okay, so this is, what's it called, adjustment layer. Okay, from here, vibrance. So I added vibrance and I added levels. Look at it. Okay, so this is the last one I added, levels, to make I added it on the whole design. Okay, so this is to harmonize the design, bring out the colors on the design. Okay, so this is going to bring me to the end of this video. Now, if you found this helpful, please like this video. All right, so if you like this video, I need you to do another thing for me. Drop a comment in the comment section. Just go to the comment section and drop a comment. You can say thank you, you can say, just give me a heart, or just drop any comment in the comment section. And if you have any question, also drop the question in the comment section. I'll be reading through to answer whatever question you have there. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please, I'm begging you, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, so it gives me the encouragement, right? It gives me the encouragement to work on contents like this. I'll do reviews on my designs and upload and share this knowledge that we have here, right? So please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates whenever I drop a new video. All right, so until I come your way again, this is ApMedia. I will see you in the next video.